and we're on too. So guys, we've had a lot of technical problems tonight, but I think we're okay now. We had a quick network issue. We had a Facebook issue, and all kinds of issues. Apparently, I've got issues. But if you've listened earlier and you're listening again, welcome. We are on the Public John podcast on wildfireradio.com. And it should say that we're live again. It does. Well, that was the old one, so I don't know what that's about. So give me a minute.
There we go.
Is it coming up now?
24 seconds.
Okay. So I think mine just hit as well. If it didn't, share away, Bill, because I'm looking for it as well.
All right, guys. Welcome back. Please let us know who's back out there with us so we know everything's going good. If the audio is sounding good, that the video is not upside down and whatnot. So let us know how things are looking on your guys' end.
There we go. My friend Joe's joined already. Thanks, Joe. Billy, we know some other people that were on, have watched. A couple other people are coming on, so thank you guys. I'm trying to get this so that I can actually read it this way, but if it doesn't work...
You know what's funny? Like, I don't get the notifications that you get or something. I don't know.
I think it all depends on the pages and stuff like that. So. Yeah. So it says we can share it, so I'm going to share it with some people while we're watching. But you are listening and watching the Public John podcast on wildfireradio.com, and right now on Facebook Live. Of course, we'll be on iTunes as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It says write a post. I'm just going to write a post, and I don't know what. Oh, now it's saying do this.
I don't think you have to put anything.
No, I'm not doing anything. I was going to share it to someone. Okay, Margie says it looks good.
Thank you, Margie. How are you?
So there we go. Remember, you can tune in as well, and you can call in. The cool part about that, that number, you can probably see it right there, hopefully, is 609-363-3249. 609-363-3249. You Facebook folks, let us know if the volume's any better than it has been recently. We've had problems with volume, but I've hooked up a separate microphone, and hopefully that's working for you. And that'd be great if it does. So we've got that going for us. We got a couple things to do, Bill, and then a couple things to discuss. We were already talking earlier when we first started in our first segment about who, especially the guys, obviously, but we may turn it around to the ladies and maybe absolutely. One, and then the next time have the ladies respond and go. But who is the hottest or best looking right now female cartoon character? And we want to do this. We're going to come up with some of our own and talk about them a little bit maybe. And one of the jokes I've told popped in my head that was really good. I'll probably say it eventually. But and I will when we start talking about certain ones. We're gonna have it. This is in honor of March Madness. We're going to have like 16 or 32 maybe of certain things for the next month. So we want you guys to join in whenever you're watching. It doesn't have to necessarily be today. If you go on later on and watch, let us know. Margie says, good, Bill, and thanks. Is the volume okay? We know you're listening, Margie. Is the volume any better on Facebook than it has been recently? Because I do have a secondary mic here that hopefully is picking up other stuff. Or Joe, if you know. So we're going to have those kinds of things. So the first one tonight we're probably going to do is female cartoon characters. If you were a guy or a girl, you know, necessarily, who's the sexiest one? Who's the hottest one? If you woke up in the morning, turned over, and saw you with a cartoon, who would you hope it would be, baby? You know what I'm saying? So we've got those things going for us. Hey, Michelle Tomko, my friend, is joining us. Hi, Michelle. How you doing? Margie says volume's great on Facebook. So,
awesome.
So that means this mic worked. We now figured out technically what to do there, brother. We're good there. So hi, Michelle. How you doing? Who do you think would be the hottest female cartoon character that's out there? And it doesn't have to be now. It can be from when you were a kid, because we're going to go back to when
way back. You know?
Yeah, because we're going to go back to when we were kids. So we're going to do that kind of like a March bracket bracketology kind of a thing. For the next couple of weeks, I'll probably do some, whether it's here or whether it's somewhere else, and I'm with somebody else, but Bill and I will still be working on it together as well. And then maybe best sitcom female leads. Who would you like to be? Or like to be with if you woke up in the morning. And like I said, we're going to do it for the ladies too, and take suggestions from the ladies as to...
Speaking of ladies, I know one that they might jump as Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo, the ladies. The ladies will probably like Johnny Bravo for a couple of reasons. One, he's blonde. Two, he is the typical blonde. Like, the stereotype that's out there for blonde females?
Yeah.
If you ever watch Johnny Bravo, dumb as a rock, man. Dumb as a friggin' stump. But look at him. He's like, oh, he's built like a brick,
Yeah.
And it's like, man. So I'm sure you're right. That's perfect for the ladies, Johnny Bravo. And then maybe put him at the top, and then who are any of the other ones that you think could compare, and some of them could be bad boys,
Yeah,
So, could be, you got guys like Dick Dastardly.
Yeah, Dick Dastardly.
I'll tell you the one that had the best name ever, and actually the girl's going to have to end up on the list because of it is Snidely Whiplash.
Oh, Whiplash.
from what the hell was it? Dudley Do-Right. But now, why do you keep looking at Snidely Whiplash? It's like, oh my God. And he had the mustache and curled it on, would tire on the train tracks and shit like that. I mean, I don't know what kind of fetish that was, tire on the train tracks, but hey, whatever works. Apparently a little S&M is there. So.
Hello to my son Mike that's watching.
Hey Mike, how's it going? Long distance Mike. Same with Joe. She's out in Kansas. She's watching. Maddie Coughlin's watching. And it is Maddie. Every time I type it, autocorrects is freaking named to Marty. And him or another friend of mine, John, will pipe in and go, who the hell's Marty? And I don't catch it. And I go back and go, son of a bitch. And you know how I get. I get like Billy here. When Billy gets mad, his arms flex, for those of you that can see it. It's like his arms are out to the sides and he brings them into his chest, almost pumping his fist, and his head's shaking and he's all like, son of a bitch. And it's funny as shit to watch. And I was like that. I was about ready to start throwing shit in traffic. Just go out, take a beach chair, sit like right on the White Horse Pike, which is a busy road here, and just start throwing shit. Here comes the tractor trailer. Bang! Smash right the frig into it. The truck is fine, but the phone is smashed.
Yeah.
Good. Same with this insulin pump. I'm wearing an insulin pump now, folks, and let me tell you something. I think I'm only going to break DiMaggio's streak for how many days this thing has caused a friggin' problem. So I'm about to throw that in front of a semi and then get the semi to back up over it to make sure it hit it. That son of a bitch. I hate that thing. But then, so that's me with autocorrect. I'll type in Matt, and it'll even say in the reply, Matt Coughlin. And then, but I'll be typing, thanks, Matty, and it changes it to friggin' Marty. So he's probably looking around for a friggin' DeLorean so he can get him back to the friggin' future. He's like, well, maybe I was supposed to be named Marty. Doc Brown, where are you, Doc? Bullshit. I mean, and that'd be like if somebody typed in reply John Harrison, it was like Don.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? My name is right in front of me. My name's right in front of me. You can't type it again, you weasel? Oh, Jesus. It's just a mess. I'm just screwed up the last few days, man. But I know what did it, Bill.
Yes.
I know what did it. We're going to be on a little past, probably. We started supposedly at 7:30. We had some technical issues, so I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're probably going to be on
about 9.
8:30, 8:45, maybe even up to 9, because we had these issues we had to sort out. I want to thank everybody for being patient, joining us. Remember, this is the Public John Podcast. You're watching probably on Facebook Live. But if you wanted to listen later or want to get off of this thing and just listen to us, you can do that on wildfireradio.com. And in the search field, it's just easier to type in the Public John. And when we come right up and we'll be live, you can just hit one of the streaming signals and we should be on there. It'll also be on there after, probably as of tomorrow. And then it'll be on iTunes as well as Google Play. So we're out there, folks. Billy says, Johnny, you're out there all the time. So and we'll probably stick it on YouTube as well. So there's enough places to find us. If you'd like to subscribe to any of the 3 outlets on the Public John page on Facebook or YouTube or Wildfire Radio or iTunes, that'd be great. And we try to talk about things that are fun. I don't, obviously it's a little uncensored. I get all riled up about things sometimes, and that's funny to some people. To me, it's not necessarily that much
just
freaking
don't
fun.
take offensive, guys. You know,
Yeah.
that's one thing that's going around in this country nowadays. Everybody's so sensitive and whatnot. So, it's all in fun,
somebody's
guys.
going to have a problem saying we objectified cartoon females.
Yeah.
And you know
I'm
what?
Sure.
You know what?
Who gives a rat's ass?
I was just going to say, I did. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You know what? It's fucking hot. I objectified her. I don't care. It ain't like she's going to come through the paper, turn into a 3D kind of a thing, and we're going to date.
Yeah.
Because, or she's going to come through the 3D and smack me in the fucking face. Not going to happen. So, I'm not sweating it. So, Bill, you got a great shirt on.
Oh, thanks. Before we get into that, if you don't mind,
yeah.
I got two things. First of all, my youngest son, today's his 16th birthday. Happy birthday, Tyler.
T-Man.
The T-Man.
Happy birthday,
Happy
brother.
birthday, 16. I can't believe how the time flies, and it's like, I feel old. I guess I look old too. So
You do.
I guess
sorry.
It plays the part, I guess.
That's good. Awesome.
And the second one, my oldest son, Steve, is leaving the state of New Jersey and heading to Vermont for a new career.
He's getting a new career in law enforcement, at some level of it anyway.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Steve, and good luck, brother. Vermont's a nice area, but don't go outside if you want to keep your testicles. Because they will shrink the fuck up again.
They say you only see your lawn like 4 months out of the year.
Yeah, well, he's going to see his nuts about 2 months
might...
out of the year, so don't go outside.
He likes it up there, so
Does he?
it ain't like he's never been up there. He likes it up there.
Okay,
so,
that's good. He must have heat packs in his pockets or some shit like that.
So all the best to Steve and
absolutely, Steve. Good luck, brother. And I'll come up and visit you one day, and we'll cook some moose steak or some shit up there. You know? Oh man, but it is a cool area. I've been up there, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe we'll go up there and do a podcast.
Yeah, we can go up there or
That'd be
something.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
But
we'll see what happens.
But yeah, I am wearing a shirt here.
Yeah.
With Donald Duck. It says anger.
Yeah.
Anger management.
Yeah, but it says I flunked.
Yeah.
So
well, this is the shirt you should be wearing. You flunked.
I flunked. You got that right.
So what happened to you yesterday and today? The last couple of days,
I swear to God, I thought I was going to have to go back in and get the heart checked. Some of you that know me know that I'm actually technically right now on unemployment because my job is an IT job at a hotel that's being completely renovated, soup to nuts. But what happens is on occasion, I get called in to work a couple hours because the skeleton crew that is there, somebody has a computer problem. So I might have to go in for 2-3 hours, fix their issue, half a day, and I leave. Well, what happens in New Jersey with unemployment, hey, thanks, John. My friend John from up to New York area is watching. I appreciate it, John. Thanks, man. John's the guy I told you about. He would tease me, too, when I type in Maddie and it comes up Marty. He doesn't have a fucking DeLorean. I'm still riled up about that. Freaking autocorrect. The only problem is one time I shut off the autocorrect. Oh my God, it looked like I was writing Ukrainian. There were no vowels in anything. I was like, oh my God, I think I called the call center. This is a guy's name. 29 straight letters with no vowels.
I was going to say that or Charlie Brown teacher.
Charlie Brown, wah, 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 his parents or his teacher, yeah. Or a drive-through.
Yeah, or a drive-through.
Wah, 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 and a large fry. What the fuck? Oh man, I'm swearing like a trooper. You know what it is when I get fired up on I admit that the rest of that day I gotta watch it because man, that F-bomb flies out. It's been flying out for 2 days and I'm still trying to get my heart level down.
Yeah, you take a page out of my book.
Ugh. I went to, so with the unemployment thing in New Jersey, if I worked, which a couple weeks ago I worked a half a day, you can file online and stuff. So I put that one in. No problem with that one. But the next week, if you didn't work, which I went away to Kansas and had met some friends and had a great friggin' time, man. Just relaxed, did some things, went dirt ball, tattoo, earring, Harley boots. I'm living.
You get a tattoo.
Right? I did. Well, you can't because I got it all covered up. But it's actually the Public John logo. Pretty much. It doesn't it does say the Public John, and it's got the thing with the ladies' room, the men's room, and me holding the microphone. It's pretty cool, actually. It looks great. The girl did a great job, and we went out. And, so I went dirt ball, I went rogue, but I used to like it out there because it's nice, relax. And I come back here and right away bullshit. Within like 2 days, it's bullshit, and I'm like, I freaking hate this state. I go so. I worked that 1 week, took the next week off to go to Kansas, whatever. But Sunday filed for my unemployment online like I'm supposed to. And it says because you worked the day and then followed it up by claiming you didn't work the next week, we cannot process your claim. You'll have to reopen a new claim. Well, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to get a hold of the unemployment office in New Jersey, but unless you can send friggin' smoke signals, all right, you ain't got a shot. Forget it. Because they tell you to call 8:30 in the morning. You call 8:30 in the morning, spend 15 minutes on the phone answering all the friggin' prompts, and it tells you, due to the volume of calls, we won't be able to take your call today. Call back on the next business day. I've done that for 3 days, so that doesn't work. Where I work, I went there, and they emailed somebody who got back today and said they're going to try and send it through. But I haven't gotten confirmation of that, which I'm supposed to. So that's not working. I went to the unemployment office yesterday, and this is where I thought I was going to have to start calling people for friggin' bail money. Okay, I was just gone, and I mean, and everybody in the room knew it. It's 4:15. The office closes at 4:30. Right? It's 4:15 because Seaview actually called me into work. Right. So as soon as I got done what I had to fix, I went right over to the unemployment office in Pleasantville. A 40-minute ride or so from the house, from home. Mm-hmm. Go in. There's a security guard there, and he says, and you know they're open till 4:30. It's 4:15, and he says, "Can I help you?" I was like, "That'd be cool if you did." And I go in this little thing. There's nobody there. It has a line, and he says, "Well, we're not taking any more." It's not customers, whatever. Right. We're not taking any more people today. Right. I said, "Excuse me?" And he had this attitude like, "Well, we're not taking any more people," like the sign says out front. There was no sign out front. That's number one. So now I'm already pissed. All right? So because either you lied or you're not paying attention. I think he lied. And it doesn't say he's a New Jersey certified like unemployment security. He's a guy from a company. Yeah. So it's not like he's trained to be.
He should have no say.
He should just walk in and say, you know. Well, I mean, he could say we're not doing it, taking anybody else. But at that point, they should shut the door. You know, due to we have people in here. The office closes at 4:30, and the people here, and just shut the door and put a sign on it. Right? They didn't do that. The door's wide open, so you can walk in. And of course, that's so that nobody can say anything. I know what it is. We're none of us are stupid. So I walk in, and the guy he says, because we have these people over here that we have to see. It was 2 people. He was making it like it was a freaking crowd of 10 or 12 people by 4:30. There were 2 people, right? And I'm looking over, and I went, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." He goes, well, what is it that you need? All right?
Well, and I said, "Well, business,
yeah." So I'll figure out. Tell him anyway, because other people are listening. He's right by this reception desk. So I said, to be honest with you, I don't know if you can help because, you're Joe's security. And I've done security.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't have a problem with security guys. I mean, we do it. You do it. I've done it. Yeah. And I'm certified in it again. And I'll do it again. I don't care. If you do your job right, it's fine. But don't get in the middle and don't bullshit nobody. So this guy tells me, and I said, well, I have to come in and reopen my claim. And he goes, oh, you can't do that here. And I went, okay. And he's saying it loud enough like I'm an idiot. Right. Like I should have read the sign. Everybody's looking at me. I can't do this here. Everybody's looking at me. Right? And there's only 2-3 people, but so are the employees. Well, now I'm losing it. Right? First off, he's acting like an ass. He's patronizing all that shit. And I'm pissed. And I'm going, excuse me? And follow me on this. Now, when a lot of people, when they hear me say follow me on this, that's the beginning of it. Yeah, the tangent is starting. The tirade is about to begin. And I'm trying to stay calm and not swear, but I've lost the calm part. But I held off on the F words, so it was tough. I said, so let me get this straight. The last 2 times I had this issue, and I came here and they fixed it. All right, that didn't work. It did work. I said, so don't tell me what you can and can't do just to get rid of me. All right? I said, and oh, by the way, come show me the sign. Well, there's a sign on there. Come show me your friggin' sign. I said, and then we'll have a discussion. All right? But there's no sign out there, number 1. And number 2, if you're not going to see anybody else, you should put a sign on the door and shut the damn door. Yeah. I said, don't invite people in. All that is for cosmetics. So if somebody comes in and says, oh, they weren't open, you can say you were, but you're not seeing anybody. This is bull. And I stopped at bull, even though I was very close. And he's just like, well, I don't have to. No, and you also apparently don't have to tell the truth. Next time, learn the facts. Actually, since you're just Joe Blow, the security guard from, and I looked at his thing, and I won't say the company.
Right.
But I looked at his patch and said, from blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, maybe they want to know that you're bullshitting people. And he just looked at me, and his eyes got all big. I said, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm going to get a hold of the right people. I'm going to go way over everybody's head. I said, and you know what? We're going to test the new governor out. Because the last time I had this problem a couple years ago, I got a hold of Governor Christie's office in an email, and the next day they had a woman call me, and they settled it over the phone. So we're going to test out the new governor and see if he responds to the working man just as much as he says he does. I said, by the way, though, do yourself a favor. Get a resume together. And he just looked at me. He said, what do you mean by that? I mean that you suck at your job, so it's a matter of time before you're gone. I said, goodbye. I said, this isn't the last you hear from me. And I walked out the door. And, of course, I'm about ready to go pick up cars and throw them. I'm so pissed off. And, I was just like, and it didn't get better. I'm telling it a lot calmer now than I would have told it yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yesterday I'd have been,
you were probably got the arms
I had
like
the,
I did.
I had the Billy Smith arm pump, baby. I didn't have to go to the gym. My arms, I have bad arms and shoulders, but I worked them anyway, I think. Now they're really sore because I did the Billy Smith arm shuffle.
Real quick, hi
Yes.
Cheryl, hi Mary, and Jimmy Owens. Thanks for chiming in here.
Thanks. Shirley's in. Shirley Johns is in. Hello. Hello.
Thanks for popping in and hanging out with us. Any questions, feel free to ask.
Feel free to ask, and we're going to be around for a little while.
We're going to
Probably
be talking
till
about
8:45, 9 o'clock,
we're
something
going to be
like
talking
that.
about cartoons pretty soon. So
Yep.
we just wanted to get Johnny's little
Johnny's
anger
so
management
angry.
here today.
Get it out, so maybe I won't be pissed off the rest of the show. So, hey, you know what, guys? With all this snow, guess what happens? Even though it's going to rain, everything gets dirty. You know, everything. Your house gets dirty, cars get dirty, decks, everything gets dirty. And what's going to happen is in another month or two, you're going to say, Jesus, this looks filthy as hell. I don't have the time to, or you're going to say, hey, I got to paint this house now. It looks disgusting. You don't have to paint the house.
No.
You don't have to get aluminum siding. All you got to do is called Casper's Power Washing.
Yeah.
All right, get down with the ghost, folks. I'm telling you, the
baby.
ghost is gonna come out. The ghost is gonna fix your house, baby. He's gonna clean your house. The ghost is. Facebook.com/Casper's Power Washing or CasperPowerWashingLLC.com. Take a look. When you go on there, take a look at some before and after pictures. And I've seen buildings live before and after. Don't go out and paint the house. Don't get aluminum siding on it if the surface is fine. Call these guys first. My friend Albert Casper will come out. He'll give you an estimate. He's up and down South Jersey. I know he's went all the way down to Cape May, and I think he's been up as far as Cherry Hill or even the Camden area. Of course, Camden area might be a little bit more because he's got to hire armed guards. We're doing some power washing. You know, all this excitement. I don't know if I power washed 3 or 4 decks. You know, do you feel lucky? Go ahead, power wash my deck. You know, but Albert's a great guy, and he'll come out and he'll give you a great deal. And it's, you know, where if you get something to paint the house or something, it's going to take days and days. These guys are done in like 3 hours, 4 hours, and your place looks brand new.
Brand new.
So that's Casper's Power Washing. They're out of Bridgeton. Actually, I think they're out of like Hopewell Township or something, but near the Bridgeton area. They go all up and down South Jersey. Give them a call, folks. Their numbers are listed on. You can Google them or Facebook.com/Casper's Power Washing. Make sure you get a chance to reach out to them, give them a call or message them, and they'll come out and, like we said, they'll give you a free estimate, and they do a great service. He does a great job. So that's Casper's Power Washing, and we want to thank him for sponsoring the show, the Public John. But one thing, if you know about me, is I won't tell you something's good if it's not. And I will definitely tell you if something sucks. Mm-hmm. So sure. I won't take a sponsor, and I won't help anybody out if I don't think they deserve it. So thanks, Albert. We appreciate it. And the only other thing, well, we'll wait a little bit on that. But there is a movie review. Somehow I was able to calm down enough to watch a couple of movies the last couple of weeks. And I will say one thing. My personal opinion, on the review that Margie gave about, what the hell's the name of the movie?
It's like Glass.
Glass, yes. Friend of mine's in it, and he'll be on the show tomorrow on the Public John podcast. Timmy Chevrolet, who is in Glass toward the very end, actually has a speaking role and is in it. It's a small role, but he's in the movie, and it's pretty cool.
Nice.
It was cool to see him on screen and see your buddy on screen.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Awesome.
But I will say, I think Margie's review was pretty close. It is but the person I saw it with differed and said, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Everybody has a different opinion. I will say it is worth seeing. Mm-hmm. I liked it, and if you saw either of the first two, you'll like it. But Shirley's asking, do you think the governor was correct in calling a state of emergency? I thought it was fine driving around. I don't have a problem with it, Shirley.
Yeah,
you know what? It's better to be safe than sorry, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it just didn't pan out as bad as they thought it was going to be.
Hey,
So,
it happened a few years ago when they were expecting a big storm and nothing happened. Just a little bit of rain. So, I mean, you never know. You got it. That all goes back to an old thing that I do about the weather. I mean, I don't care how much training you got and how much schooling meteorologists get. The weather is the weather, and it can change like that. Flip of the coin. I'm like, is it going to rain tonight? Well, look out the window.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, a lot of people don't realize if it's not doing anything in the morning, going to work or going to school,
right,
they don't look at coming home. So I mean, that's
that part's true.
And that's what it is.
So, it's coming home. I know there were a lot of people leaving jobs at like noon today because they're getting a lot of snow.
Sure, and better be safe than sorry.
Oh yeah, exactly. So it's obviously not snowing now, and it's starting to melt already. The temperature's going to go up. Sometime tomorrow, you probably won't even know it snowed because it's going to get pretty high tomorrow. So and rain, I think a little bit of rain overnight. So, but it's winter. It's February. We expect it. But no, I don't have a problem with it, Shirley. You're right in this case. Better to be safe than sorry, I think.
Just to enjoy the day off. That's how I look at
it. Yeah, really. Just hey, I got to leave or I got to stay home. Cool.
Like I go in the night and I get double time.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I get double time because the school was closed for snow that won't be there by the time I get done work. Jackass. But it's a lot of fun. So I think you're right, Charlie. It's always better to be safe than sorry anyway. So no matter who so her Margie's movie review, and our movie reviews are sponsored by Margie Homan, and we want to thank her for doing that. I think she was dead on. I would have been okay if I stayed home to watch that movie and watched it on Netflix or DVD or something. But I will say the theater I went to see it in, out in Kansas, awesome.
Oh, okay.
Dude, you were waiting for me to go, I had a dirt floor and horse manure. And they just threw it up on them big old plywood, screened it in, painted damn plywood. No.
Okay.
This is, where we went to saw it, there's a town, Manhattan, Kansas. It's called the Little Apple, and it's the home of Kansas State University. Mm-hmm. Well, to me, Kansas State University is always underdogs because there's the bigger schools around the area. They're in the Big 12. And they fight and scratch and claw in their athletic program. Mm-hmm. Great football program. Sure. Really good basketball program. So I got to admit that I got enamored with KSU. Mm-hmm. Well, Manhattan's in KSU, and it's a kind of a small town. It's called the Little Apple, Mm-hmm. But they have a lot of nice things. And what was really cool is we saw it in this IMAX theater. And it's the kind with the reclining seats, and they serve you food and drink. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Lights are low. You sit there and you just hit a buzzer, and they come on up, and what can we get for you? And it's boom, boom. Wow. So I had some great friggin' nachos. The only bad part is there was no light because you're in a movie theater.
Right.
We sat all the way at the back. So I had to put my cell phone on so I could eat the nachos because I wanted some guac. I wanted to make sure I was dipping it in guac. But great, you get a chance to go to a theater like that. It is a whole new experience. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. And we're sitting in the back just chilling, watching this movie. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. Yeah, especially me. I'm ready to recline at any time.
The only thing is, that looks like you could fall asleep, man.
You could. If it's a bad movie and it's nighttime, you could get too comfortable comfortable and fall asleep, especially if you have a couple drinks. Of course, you drink them fruity drinks.
Yeah, I get the fruit drinks. With the umbrellas.
With the umbrellas and stuff, yeah. Billy gets those. So. But JJ, a friend of mine from L&J Sessions, Late Night Jam Sessions. Okay. They run the open mic. I don't know if they're still running it. JJ, you can let me know. Up Wednesdays in Turnersville. And those guys are great to me and gave me a lot of stage time and stuff. And they're good guys. So,
cool.
And if you ever see something for L&J Sessions around here, they're good to go see.
Okay.
A good band. And they've got some stuff on YouTube, I think, a couple songs.
Yeah, actually, I think you showed me that one.
I think
time.
I showed you the one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a couple really great new videos they have out. They're really good. I'm jealous of JJ. What up? Of the one guy, Chris. Well, I'm jealous of all because they can all play something. I can't play shit. Yeah. But Chris can play harmonica.
Oh, nice.
I have a harmonica here somewhere, and I've always wanted to just sit down one day and go to town with it. But somebody would have to listen, and they would go, "Oh, you need to switch to guitar." You know, and then I switch to guitar. And go, you should switch to piano. And then someday they're going to go, you should just switch to what? To TV. Just watch TV.
Just
Just
keep your hot air to yourself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Nice. Switch to radio or something. Just listen. So they're on a break right now, but they'll be back at it soon. The
awesome.
band will be cool. Let me know, man. Keep us informed. One night maybe have you guys come up and talk to you guys and have you do a song or two on the old podcast somewhere. So because this thing travels. So taking a break on the open mic. I got you. Okay. So that'd be cool. They're good guys. So we'll might as well do Margie's review now. But I agree with her. The theater was great. Theater was great. I do agree with her on the movie though. That I could have stayed home and watched it.
Right.
But it did wrap up the whole sequel, and it did kind of wrap up the whole series of the characters and stuff. M. Night Shyamalan movie, good movie. But like I said, I could have stayed home. So I think Margie's review was pretty close.
Okay.
Cool. There were some spots that.
Good job, Margie.
But so so Margie's no fake. She's not selling it in. She's not just selling out. She was dead on with this. But she knows a lot about the those things with the industry, with the acting part, with the creative part and script part. So and the band's killing it too. Yeah, you guys are the shit. So thank God I can swear on this thing, because otherwise I'd have been off the air in like 18 seconds of the first one. I'd have been done. Can you imagine me, Andy, and Dave Dudley?
Oh, jeez.
The first one.
Now that one I can't imagine.
Oh, we were, and nothing. You think nothing was working tonight? I had everything all set up and nothing worked at Leather. It was all we finally got it going. The same thing, the first one, and it was just a mess. So. This week's movie review brought to you by Margie Holman, but being done by me.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
going to do this one. So, I've watched a couple of movies since we've been out. There's one that's just interesting as a documentary, and I'll talk about that one now. First off, I don't know anybody that doesn't like Bill Murray. I mean, I just think the guy is just funny in everything he does. He's also a good actor. I've seen him in a couple dramatic roles. But Nicole's watching. Hey, that's your little girl. Hey, Nick. But what's really cool about Bill Murray, if you go in and look, and Netflix has the documentary, you guys get a chance to watch. It's on Netflix. It's not a theater movie. But it's a documentary made by this guy, who Tim actually knows, which I didn't know till later. And you know what? Now the name of it escapes me, but it's basically about, type in Bill Murray on the search field of Netflix, and it'll come up, and I think it says the stories of Bill Murray, or Bill Murray stories. He will show up somewhere out of the clear blue. No one expects him, no one knows him, and it's not like just near his hometown. It could be another country, could be another state, wherever. He'll just show up and do something silly for you. Like, he showed up at a party. One of the things they showed was he showed up at this college party, or like a booze party, and told the girls that lived there, or he thought they lived there, went in the back, and he goes, "This is a mess. You can't leave this like this." And they go, "Well, it's not our house." "Oh, whose is it?" "You can't leave this like this." And started washing the dishes and the glasses. And they were piled up because it was a party. He stayed in the kitchen and washed all the glass. And there was a video of him from somebody's cell phone. I mean, he didn't go for the interview at all. but these were all clips of him doing things that the people took. Huh. Yeah, he'd show up at somebody's party, he'd show up at a wedding and sing a song for them, give them a gift. He'd go up to somebody and see something and hand them some money. Or there's one where he took a cab ride like into another state and paid the guy really well. Said, "Take me here," and and then took the cab driver in, and then about halfway in, I guess the cab driver tells him he's a sax player. Huh. So he says, "Well, play some sax." And the guy says, "Well, I'm driving." He says, "Pull over." Had the guy pull over. Murray drove while the guy's sitting in the back of the cab playing the saxophone. Some great stories that are all true. They're all verified, either by video or witnesses or the people that he was there for. So, guys, if you get a chance, it's about an hour long, maybe a little over an hour, but it is a great documentary to me of a regular, down-to-earth guy who happened to make it big, but he doesn't forget where he's from. He doesn't forget. He owns or is part owner of a minor league baseball team. And that's apparently where the guy eventually saw him and got a picture with him. But there's no interviews with him. There's nothing like that. It's really a cool thing to see. I think it's called Bill Murray's Stories, or Real Stories about Bill Murray. Just type in Bill Murray on Netflix, folks, and it'll come up. It is really an interesting movie. And even though it's a documentary, it's kind of a feel-good documentary. I mean, you feel good that, hey, there's this guy who I can watch on TV or shows or movies and have seen him everywhere. And he's a celebrity and he just doesn't care. He could just ding dong and knock on it and ring your doorbell and, hey, how are you doing? I hear you. And you didn't expect it. You didn't invite him. You didn't know him. Nothing. There's stories about parties he's been to and came in and played music or kept people out at a party at a bar and paid for everything. And it's just some great stories of a real guy. Cool. Just a real guy. So, guys, if you get a chance, that's your movie review for this week. Thanks to Margie Hellman. Bill Murray Stories. Look it up on Netflix, and you'll have a good time watching it. It's pretty cool. It's interesting. So, I don't know what happened there.
It was saying connecting, and
it backed out.
And then backed out. So was it like paused or something? And then so I don't know.
So we're still having some network problems. If you're listening to us on wildfireradio.com, and I do apologize. I don't know what's going on here. We'll have to figure it out.
Margie says, I think there was an online series of he and his brothers traveling playing golf.
Don't know.
So, yep.
Don't know. Could be. Guys can look that up if you want. But it was a really interesting movie. If we had an interruption with Wildfire, we apologize. It looks like we may have had a network issue again. We'll have to try and sort out what's going on with that. Because it seems to happen quite often. I'm going to have to get a hold of Wildfire and see what's going on. But thank you for sticking with us if you have. And we're going to go from there and see what happens. Let me see. What else did we have to talk about? Oh, we want to talk about our cartoon girls.
Yeah, the cartoon girls.
The cartoon girls, man. Let me tell you. I'm actually going to write them down. But I'm going to do some promo work here first, Bill. And then we can get to this. Because it's a pretty busy month here. So Bill wrote a list. Bill wrote the list, baby. He's got a list. Some of the ones we talked about the other day. We'll go down, and you guys can comment on them if you want. Either way, they're going to go in the hat.
And you gals, let us know what cartoon guys.
Yeah, we're going to have
to or fantasize.
We're
going
to have to talk to some of the women that we know on the side too, and help make up a list of what cartoon guys did you like and things like that. Like I said, it's March Madness, so we're going to break down some brackets, even if we just do them through March and announce winners in April, whatever. But it's March Madness. Everything's bracket. I read a book one time. I think I still have it here somewhere called The Enlightened Bracketologist. And they wrote a sequel to the book as well, like More Of or whatever. And it's how you can take all these things and break them down into a bracket. Yeah. Like I think one time I did it for fun, like who's... New Jersey's most famous person, and there were like 32, and it whittled down and and it finally got down to Frank Sinatra and Bruce Springsteen, and I refused to break the tie, and I refused to let anybody play after that because I like them both, and I didn't want either one to be considered a loser. So I'm like, nope. And to me, Bruce might have won because he's more more current.
Yeah, I was gonna say mainstream.
More
compared to-
right now.
Right.
But 25,
We're the
30 years
millennials now.
ago,
Who's Frank Sinatra?
Bruce would have been in the 70s. Everybody would have been, Luke, who's this Bruce Springsteen
Yeah.
punk? So now they'd say, yeah, who's Frank Sinatra?
Yeah.
Or Frank Sinatra, I never really heard him. 25, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen, isn't he that young guy?
Yeah.
They would have liked Frank. And I'll tell you what, I liked Frank. Frank was cool.
But we'll also probably do later on down the road too is like sitcoms, like the TV sitcoms. You know,
and that's next after this.
So.
And then the same thing, we'll do sitcom guys or maybe just TV.
Yeah.
Instead
We
of
just want to keep it fun and interesting and your
So
guys'
we're gonna-
input and everything.
Yeah, so we're gonna goof around and have some fun and stuff like that. So here's some of the ones we have. Wait, I did want to announce some stuff. Tomorrow night, Ventnor Coffee, I will be there. If you guys pop in before 6, I think you can stay. If not, we're still going to be there because, again, we had technical issues. We've been fortunate, and Timmy Chevrolet, who I mentioned earlier, was in Glass, and he's going to be on some comedy shows because that's how we met. He started with some comedy, and he's really funny, actually. And Billy Strange, who the name fits. You've seen it.
Strange enough.
Billy's going to be there as well. So it's Timmy and Billy and me. We're going to be at Ventnor Coffee for another Public John podcast show. We're going to be there, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. And we'll be there tomorrow. It's going to start at 6, folks. Again, Public John, Facebook.com/ThePublicJohn or Wildfire Radio will be live again. So tune in for that. That one I think will be episode 19 because we're not counting the one that we didn't do. This is either 17 or 18. I'll have to take a look. We'll see. Because that other one, we couldn't even get sound from it. So that's why Billy and Tim agreed tomorrow night. We want to thank Ventnor Coffee for letting us use their facility again tomorrow night. They've been awesome, as has Leatherheads, the comedy club upstairs, and the pub have been great to us as well. So we want to thank them. Quinn Broadcasting in Bridgeton has let us use their facility, a room there a couple times. So we want to thank them as well. And that's going to be one of the deals we'll talk about in a second. But tomorrow night, Ventnor Coffee, the Public John podcast, we're going to start at 6 o'clock from 6 to 7 or a little after 7 with Timmy Chevrolet and Billy Strange. Friday night, Jersey Comedy, John Harris Comedy, whatever you want to call it. We are putting on, it's Jersey Comedy. We're putting on a show at Leatherhead Comedy Club, the second floor of Leatherhead Pub. I'm actually going to headline this one. I haven't done that. So we're going to, a couple people were saying you should do that. And I was like, really? And I was like, you know what? I think you're right. So I'm going to do that. So you can come out and see me make a complete fool of myself rather than the incomplete fool. But urban comedy legend Dave D, who helps me out a lot, he's going to host. I want to thank Dave for that. Spencer Prescott's going to be on. You may have seen Spencer up at Sharky. Spencer's funny as hell. Gabby Loveland's coming up. Gabby's really funny. I saw her last time, and she's really funny. So she's coming up. And I think Aisha Henry's going to be there. It's going to be a fun night. Lynn Evans, it's going to be a fun night. So it's $10 at the door. So rather than pay, a half a week's wages to go somewhere else and see a show and have a 2-drink minimum and park and all that, just come to Egg Harbor City, Leatherhead Pub. It's a great place, great drinks, great prices on food and drinks, and $10 to see a comedy show.
You can't beat
that. So that's going to start at 8 o'clock. So come on up for that. If you want, that would be great. It would all be awful nice to see you guys. I mentioned the Public John podcast, and they're waiting to see. Oh, so I'll get a free drink. You'll get a hearty handshake, and hey, thanks for coming. But let us know if you heard about it on the Public John podcast. That'd be good to know. Saturday, I will be hosting again at Ventnor Coffee the monthly world famous open mic at Ventnor Coffee. That will start. Sign-ups start at 7. We start at 8, sometimes a little before 8 with the acts. If you can sing, if you can dance, or if you've always wanted to find out if you can. If you can tell jokes, if you have poetry, or you have some spoken word, if you have some kind of a musical talent, or any kind of a talent at all that you think is stage worthy, or you would like to try. That's the place to do it. There's no cover. just come on up, have a cup of Joe with us, and yes, they do have decaf, and or any other kind of soft drink. Come on in, have a good time, and we always do. It's always a great time. A lot of people come in and music comedians. It's always a good time on that first Saturday of the month. So come on into Ventnor Coffee and have a good time with us. That'll start, like I said, about 8 o'clock. That's Saturday night, March 2nd. So it's getting busy, Bill. I'm going to be playing a couple places. I'm going to be in Philly's March Madness, Comedy March Madness.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I think guy asked me, which was cool. I think on the 11th. March 15th, we're having a show again at Leatherheads for Irish Comedy Night. That's always a big success. There's more information coming out about that. Timmy Chevrolet, I forgot, is going to be at Leatherheads this Friday night, so that'll be good. And some more things to come. I'm going to be going out on the road as well, besides putting on shows. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Some Philly stuff, I think a New York gig or two, a South Jersey gig. So yeah, it's about time to have a little bit of fun. And pretty soon I'm going to be hosting a sports show for Quinn Broadcasting every Wednesday night from 8 to 9. More details will come with that, but that's going to be within the next 2-3 weeks. And that's with two very good people, Ariel and Fred Menendez. Fred's known as the sound doctor down there. In Cumberland County, he does a lot of karaoke stuff and everything, but he's a good guy. Very knowledgeable sports people. I'm hosting. I'm basically going to moderate, sit back, and say, call in, folks, interact with us. We'll talk about all kinds of sports issues as well as local sports, high school sports. Fred especially is very up on high school football and baseball and basketball. He's all over it. So more word, and I'll give you some more word to come out about that when that gets a little bit closer. That's going to be a lot of fun. And that's going to be on Quinn Broadcasting, Comcast Channel 22, I think, which was an old S&J channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. So nice. We'll have that. So that ends the promo stuff. That ends all the business stuff for now, Bill. So we got a little bit of entertainment for us that we can do here. So I'm going to try to read these, and if I can't, Bill will, and he knows why. Here's just a list of some of the female cartoon characters that some people might find sexy in the morning, baby. Wake up in the morning, turn around and go, hey, baby. All right. Let me see. Betty Boop, one of the originals. Betty was one of the originals, and maybe black and white, but I'm all right. Penelope. Which one is Penelope? Pitstop. Penelope Pitstop. That's right. Remember her? That was from what was the name of that cartoon?
That was the name of the cartoon. That's Penelope Pitstop.
Oh, was that the name of the cartoon? I thought it was like an auto race thing or something.
No, I think that was the name of it.
To me, probably the hottest one. Wilma Flintstone. There is no chick. Well, there is one. Actually, there's one. I don't know if you have her on the list. I'll look in a couple minutes. Wilma Flintstone. No way. I don't care, cartoon or not, that she should have been with Fred. Okay? Fred was just a big, fat freaking slob. Wasn't exactly the sharpest dressed guy. And wore the same friggin' outfit every day. I know Wilma supposedly did too, but I'm thinking Wilma had more than one. Yeah. Fred had this big friggin' moo-moo thing. Didn't he wear pants?
And a bad attitude.
Grouchy, and always trying to get over on people.
Come on, Fred.
Come on, Fred. But Wilma always called him on that shit. Yeah, Wilma didn't take no shit. Yeah. And she was hot. Wilma's hot. Betty, Wilma's friend. Betty was no slouch either. And but she was with a doofus. Yeah, he was. I mean, as big an a-hole as Fred was, Barney was, Fred, we gonna go bowling tonight? You know, what the hell? You guys go meet with the water buffalo. They don't realize I'm knocking on their cave door. Boys, don't you have a bowling night to do? Hi, Wilma. Even in cartoons, I'm a jerk. All right, I will be knocking on the door because they were hot. I can't read this one. Oh, Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Daphne. Daphne. Nice bikini, Daphne. You know. Daphne is pretty hot. Yeah, Daphne was hot. Oh, Jane from Jane Jetson.
Yeah.
We talked about Jane Jetson.
Jane Jetson.
Jane Jetson was smoking too. She was high. Yeah, and the daughter, but the daughter reminded me of Kelly Bundy.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember the daughter's name, but yeah, the daughter was supposedly.
But Rosie the Robot, she was pretty.
Rosie
hot.
the Riveter. I know some guys would be happy with Rosie the Robot. Yeah, baby.
Just have the WD-40 next to you.
Oh man, I think you're right. Oh man, let me see. The Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Man,
All of them?
Man, the three of them.
When you wake up in the morning,
Trifecta, baby.
Woo, man. Well, somebody better pass me more than vitamin E. I'll be chewing Viagra like they're Flintstone fucking vitamins. Shit. Give me that shit. I don't care. You know you're getting old when you got to take Cialis just to find it and take a leak. That's when you know this shit is wrong. All right. Who was this one? I can't see.
Let me see.
Cat somebody. Cat what? Oh,
Catwoman.
Oh, Catwoman. Was she in a cartoon?
Yeah, they were the Batman cartoon.
Oh, yeah. Catwoman looked good. Catwoman looked good in the movies a couple of
Yeah,
times, too. More than
page.
once, too. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Catwoman looked good.
Wonder Woman, I think's on there.
No, you didn't put her on here. Olive oil.
Yeah,
Yeah, we talked about that the other day.
Olive.
But still, olive oil is like a pipe cleaner.
But you had two guys fighting over her.
Well, that's true. So something must have been going on.
She must have been
right?
good at something.
Something must have been going on. But did you notice she always picked the skinny dude? We had arms, but she always picked the skinny dude with one eye. Who smoked? She didn't pick the steroid guy.
No, Brutus.
So, Brutus. So that'll tell you. The steroid guy
Right.
must have been taking steroids and the shit didn't work. He better not go to Vermont. That was a callback,
Yeah,
if anybody
that was a
heard
call.
earlier in the show. Marge Simpson. Oh,
Yeah, Marge.
With blue hair accent, huh?
A little
Oh,
higher.
homie. Do me, homie. It's the first time I ever did a Marge Simpson. I'll have to work on that one. But no, you left one out. No, you did. Was Wonder Woman a cartoon though?
Yeah, Wonder Woman's a cartoon.
Okay,
also.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
You don't
Okay,
remember that?
no.
Before
So
your
we got to
time?
add her to the list.
I thought I had it on
No,
there.
you don't have her on there. I'll let you write because I'm having Wonder Woman, and then I've got the one.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was before Catwoman.
Did I miss that one?
Yeah.
All right, I apologize.
You just can't read my writing.
I just can't read.
And I think that's all I have for now, but we could add some more.
I've got
Oh,
one.
Okay,
You
you're gonna
got
add
one. You got to add this
Let's
one.
see if I...
Are you ready? Because I even have the motto. All right. Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
You can't forget Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, she was hot.
And she was hot. And you know what the deal is with Jessica Rabbit? She goes, I'm not bad. I was just drawn that way. Bullshit. Because I spent a weekend with her. I had paper cuts all over the place. And you know what? I wasn't mad at you, Jess, baby. You know.
Oh, yeah, Jessica
I met
Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. And I'll tell you what, to me, she's the leader in the clubhouse. I mean, but I shouldn't say that because I think it could come down to the day. I mean, it could end up Wilma and her in the finals. How many we got there, Bill?
We have 12, so if we can get four more.
We need four more. We can
more.
do it.
Should we add the Disney?
Who?
Disney
Oh,
girls?
Ariel?
Like Ariel.
Ariel,
and Snow
Pocahontas?
White and Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Oh,
You got to put
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas in there, the cartoon
Mhm.
one. I don't know about the mermaid one because it's a mermaid. But then again,
you
it's
got
a mermaid.
Cinderella, Snow White,
Cinderella,
whatever.
Snow White. I don't know. Well, let's just put down the one for now.
Oh, I like the Pocahontas.
The Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah. Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, and the chick from Aladdin, the princess. What was her name?
Oh, we got to put Ariel. But,
Yeah, I guess you're gonna put it.
the one with the.
You know what I'm
what's
talking
her
about?
name?
Aladdin?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember
Anybody
her
can
name.
help us
Jasmine.
out.
Jasmine.
Jasmine? That's
Jasmine.
it. Yeah,
Like
Jasmine.
that. Jasmine. That's it.
Jasmine.
Yeah,
And then we
baby.
need one more.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
we
if
have a
anybody
little
else
bit of
has
time.
one, they can let us know. If not, then we'll. I'm sure we'll come up with something. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think, Bill. Even if it's just us. I don't give a shit. That's fine. I'm trying to think. You said Cinderella or Snow White. Nah, I don't know.
I was trying to stay away from the.
Yeah,
that's not
I
like
didn't
cartoon.
wanna-
I mean,
yeah.
it's animated Disney, but
Yeah. But I did like the other two.
yeah, I tell you what, that's going to be a tough one there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I have two, actually.
Okay.
Betty and Veronica.
Oh yeah, where were they from?
Archie.
Archie,
book.
that's right, Archie. Yeah.
And they did get on.
Yeah.
They did make it to a cartoon. So you had Betty and Veronica. We may end up having to go to 24.
Oh, you know what? We'll just put them together, maybe.
Ah, you can't put them together.
Why not? You got the Pussycats. There's
But
3 of them. So then you got a trio, or you got the duet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Double duty, baby.
We're making rules about cartoon chicks. What the fuck is wrong with us? Okay, what is wrong with us? So I don't know. So we've got that. It did it again.
Oh my goodness!
It stopped and then started.
We're gonna
again.
have to download it from Facebook.
Well, I'm probably gonna have to, or see if there's a way to piece them together or something if they all come up. So, at this point, it is 9:45. If you're listening to us on Wildfire Radio, or 8:45. I'm sorry, 9:45. We'll probably wrap up in a few minutes. I think we are still running on Facebook. It looks like it. If anybody's out there, actually Margie said Jessica Rabbit had Roger Rabbit like the funny guys. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun with it. I think we're still on live on Facebook, so that's an option. And if the sound did come through, like we said, it might not be so bad that we do it that way. But for those of you trying to listen online, I apologize. We're in and out. Hopefully, though, you're still able to continue to find us.
I got another one.
You got another one. Uh-oh.
You're gonna like this one.
Oh no, who is it?
Granny from Tom and Jerry.
I don't ever remember seeing
Remember her
Granny.
with the broom? And
Well, yeah, but I don't ever remember seeing her though. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Like seeing visually, I only saw like the broom. Same with you did used to see the old lady that would chase Sylvester, that owned Tweety.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm talking about.
That's probably the one you're talking about.
Yeah, the grandma on that.
I remember, you can't put her on the list.
No.
The ones you'd like to sleep with. I wouldn't want to sleep with Granny. No, I like her with that Granny from the Clampets. I'm like, we ain't doing that one either. You know.
I can't wait till we do the other one, the movie.
The
TV
movie.
shows.
TV. It's got to be TV shows.
Yeah, like Lily. Oh,
Yeah.
Lily.
Lily.
Lily. We're great grandpa.
Yep. Hey, don't forget Morticia Adams.
Morticia.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. And then there was always Jeannie. I Dream of Jeannie versus Bewitched.
Yeah, I like
the
when
chick from Bewitched.
I like when Bewitched wiggled her nose.
Twisted her nose. Yep. But
Allie Mae Clampett.
Allie Mae Clampett was no slouch. The chick from Petticoat Junction.
Petticoat Junction, yeah.
Yep.
And don't forget Ginger and Marianne.
I was just gonna go, but then the big vote is gonna be Marianne and versus Ginger. That's like its own separate battle.
There you go.
Everybody's been doing that one for
brackets.
years. Yeah. That's just their own separate. Either that or you got to put them right at the top at the beginning and just get it over with.
Here's a bunch of old guys.
Exactly.
Going cock all over these.
You can tell. You can tell they're old because they're not even thinking of the young chicks. They know they can't keep up. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. But that's funny. But Marianne and Ginger was a debate for years.
For years. Yeah.
And you had, Marianne, the wholesome girl, and Ginger, who was supposed to be all glamorous.
Yeah.
Here's the kind of guy I am. Seriously.
What kind of guy are you, Johnny?
If I woke up to the one that lost and was next to her, I wouldn't make her feel like a loser.
Fair enough.
Because I would still be pretty happy. I'd be like, hey now! No matter which one it was. Okay? So,
but they might make you a loser,
I'm already a loser. They're going to feel like a loser when they roll over and go, ah! So out the door they go. But you can't slouch on that. That's good. And there was and then we could do some movie ones because I have a couple movie ones in my head, like you were talking about Batman, like Catwoman.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that was good. And I have a couple in my head. Just the movie stars themselves. We have to figure out whether we want them to be a character or who's the hottest movie star. Yeah. And it could be back in the day or up to now. I'll tell you what. When I saw Aquaman, let me tell you something. Nicole Kidman. I don't know if you've seen Aquaman yet.
No.
Wait till you see the outfit Nicole Kidman's in. And it's not revealing, but she's still all that. She is still all that Nicole Kidman. I'm telling you now. She is, man. I don't care how gay Tom Cruise is. He should have stayed with her. Because she's, man. Okay, I guess I better stop now.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry, folks, but I went off the deep end.
We're salivating over here. Sorry about that.
Billy's like, I gotta get Johnny a bib. Oh, Jesus God! But hey, it is what it is. Don't get me wrong. The lead woman with Aquaman was fine too. But I mean, when you look at Nicole Kidman, you're like, there's no way she's that old. No way. You know who's still hot for her age? I still mention her all the time. It's Christy Brinkley.
Oh, Christy Brinkley.
She's my age. And she's still bringing it. She's bringing it out. And you know what? I'm not. There's guys that are still in pretty good shape too. I mean, it's just my focus is on women because they're hot. I don't care about how hot George Clooney is or whatever. Don't care. But Sandra Bullock, who George Clooney was in a movie with, that I care about.
Don't forget about Three's Company, the girls on
Three's Company, Suzanne Summers and DeWitt.
Joyce DeWitt.
Joyce DeWitt, yeah. Come on, knock on my door, baby.
Come on, knock on my door. Special delivery.
Special delivery. When I positively, absolutely want to be here overnight. Bam! That was on the spot, folks. But bam! That was on there. You my little FedEx girl, yeah, baby.
Oh man!
I changed my name to John Brown. Why? I work for UPS, baby. What can Brown do for you? There's something wrong with me, man.
Anybody else out there? Feel free to
call. We've had the phone number up, and you can see it's hanging there, but nobody's calling.
Nobody's calling. We're chopped liver. I'm still trying to challenge your girl Joe out there west to call in, and
yeah. She's probably busy. I'll tell you what, she's one busy person. So,
but I'd like to have her call in once.
She'll probably will someday, one of these days.
And anybody else? I think we got 3 viewers. Woo!
Well, you don't really know. That's not always accurate. But we do want to say thank you, folks, for what the heck happened to my watch? I don't know what that is. Somehow I must have changed the display. Yeah, I don't know what that is. You know what? I don't care. It's a new thing. It's like 8 something, whatever that is. Looks more like a piece of pie.
Yeah.
I got to go get something to eat.
Here's a cake right here.
Oh, I got some
Happy
cake.
Birthday,
That's right.
Tyler.
Happy birthday, Tyler. I appreciate the fact that I'm going to have cake. I mean, happy birthday to you. So there we go. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I want to thank you folks for tuning in or listening later on if you do. Remember the Public John podcast. We're going to be here tomorrow, 6 o'clock. I'm going to be on wildfireradio.com and facebooklive.com/thepublicjohn. I'll be with the awesome Timmy Chevrolet and the equally semi-awesome, no, he's funny as hell, it's Billy Strange. And we will be on tomorrow night from Ventnor Coffee at 6 o'clock. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Billy, if you can hit the video part, I'm going to knock this down too and say thank you, folks.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again.
No problem. Thank you, Bill, and have a great night, folks. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow night.